Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're taking a closer look at velocity profits.
Definitely a buzzworthy one.
Yeah, a lot of you have been asking about it, and well, I managed to find a review from someone who sounds a lot like, well, many of our listeners actually.
Oh, someone already in the affiliate marketing game.
Exactly, not a complete newbie, but hitting that plateau.
Happens to the best of us. The algorithms shift, and suddenly those tried and true tactics just aren't delivering.
Totally. And this review really digs deep into how velocity profits impacted, well, pretty much everything. Content, where they put those ads, scaling, budgeting, you name it. But what really caught my eye were the results this person was talking about.
Yeah, gotta love a good success story. What were they seeing?
30% higher click-through rates, some campaigns even seeing a 60% revenue boost.
Whoa, okay, that's definitely attention grabbing.
Yeah.
But, as always, the devil's in the details.
You got it. So let's break it down, starting with content creation, which this reviewer said was a major pain point for them before velocity profits. Writing ad copy, emails, the whole shebang.
Yeah, I think we've all been there, staring at a blank screen, wondering what magical combination of words is going to actually convert.
And get this, they said the AI tools and velocity profits were a game changer. Now, I know everyone's talking about AI these days, but the cool thing is they gave specific examples.
I'm all ears. Examples always make things clearer.
So for a health supplement campaign, they just plugged the product details into, well, this AI thing, and it generated a bunch of different ad copy options. One of them had this killer headline, "Unlock your health potential." Just that one change, they claimed, bumped up their click-throughs by 30%.
That's interesting. It really shows how the right headline can make or break an ad. It's your first impression, that split second where someone decides whether to keep scrolling or click.
Exactly. And it wasn't just for ads. The reviewer also raved about how this AI helped them with email marketing. They were promoting a digital course. And, get this, their open rates shot up by 40%. Conversions climbed by 25%.
Now, those are some serious numbers. We're talking about a direct impact on the bottom line.
Right. Makes you wonder if this whole AI thing is really the future of content creation, like having a superpowered writing partner in your corner.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears for a sec. Let's talk ad placement, something I know a lot of folks struggle with.
Totally. It's easy to get stuck in a rut. The reviewer actually admitted to mainly sticking with the usual suspects.
Facebook and Google ads.
Yep, those two. Venturing beyond them just felt too intimidating.
It's like sticking with your comfort food, right?
Mm-hmm.
Familiar, reliable, but you might be missing out on some incredible new flavors.
100%. And this is where I thought velocity profits really shined. They encouraged the reviewer to test out platforms they wouldn't have considered otherwise.
Like what? Some of the newer ones.
Like TikTok and Snapchat. Remember how everyone thought TikTok was just for, like, dance crazes?
Yeah, definitely had my doubts. But it's undeniable to become a marketing powerhouse.
For real. And this reviewer, they were skeptical too. But they said the data insights from velocity profits convinced them to give it a shot. They ran a fitness product campaign on TikTok, and their cost per acquisition, basically what they spent to get each new customer, it dropped by 50%.
Wow, talk about cutting costs and boosting efficiency.
Right. And their Snapchat campaign was no slouch either. They promoted some fashion accessories on there. Click-throughs jumped by 35%, and again, they saw a nice drop in their cost per acquisition.
So this reviewer, even with their experience, they were missing out on these opportunities until velocity profits came along. It makes you think, what other hidden gems are out there, and are we equipped to find them?
That's the big question. And I think that's a great place to pause for now. We've covered a lot of ground, from AI-powered content creation to exploring these, well, kind of unexpected ad platforms. But there's still so much more to unpack.
Definitely. And the really juicy stuff is often in how all these pieces fit together.
Absolutely. So stay tuned for part 2 of our Velocity Profits deep dive, where we'll dig into scaling those campaigns and making those marketing dollars work even harder. Okay, so we've talked content, we've talked about where to put those ads, but what about scaling? I mean, that's where things can get really tricky, even for seasoned marketers.
Absolutely. Scaling can be a real nail-biter. You've got a campaign that's working, but how do you ramp it up without, messing with the magic formula?
Right. This reviewer actually admitted they were terrified of scaling their software product campaign. It was doing so well, but they didn't want to jinx it by, pushing too hard.
It's that fear of overspending or maybe even alienating your audience.
Yeah.
A delicate balance, for sure.
Totally. And that's where they said velocity profits came in clutch with what they called smart scaling.
Smart scaling.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
so not just throwing more money at the problem and hoping for the best.
Nope, not at all. It was about targeted recommendations. Things like focusing on specific audience segments that were already performing well, and then, making those strategic budget adjustments.
So really fine-tuning the approach, not just blindly increasing spend across the board.
Yeah, like a laser focus instead of a shotgun blast.
Love that analogy. So did this smart scaling actually work? What kind of results did the reviewer see?
Oh, they were pretty ecstatic. They said revenue for that software product campaign shot up by 60%.
50%. Okay, that's impressive. But hold on, high revenue doesn't always mean high profit. What about their return on investment?
They said they maintained a healthy ROI. It wasn't just about vanity metrics, but actually seeing a real return on their investment.
Now that's the sweet spot, right? Increased revenue, NED, maintaining profitability.
Yep, that's the dream. And they had similar success scaling a digital course campaign. Conversions went up by 50%, and their cost per acquisition dropped by 30%.
Okay, so they're consistently seeing these positive results while scaling. That's a pretty strong argument for Velocity Profits' approach. But let's be real for a second. There's one thing that can make or break any marketing campaign, regardless of how amazing the platform is.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. Budget management.
Bingo.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have the best tools, the most brilliant strategy, but if you're not managing your ad spend effectively, it's all for nothing.
100%. And the reviewer, they were totally honest about their struggles with budgeting before Velocity Profits. They compared it to juggling flaming torches.
Ouch. Yeah, I can see how that gets messy fast.
Right.
What were they doing before? Spreadsheets, multiple dashboards.
All of that. And it sounds like it was a recipe for, well, budgetary chaos.
It's a common problem, though. Trying to keep track of your spending across different platforms, it can quickly turn into a logistical nightmare.
Tell me about it. But they said Velocity Profits streamlined everything. They raved about the program's real-time insights and how it allowed them to make those on-the-fly adjustments.
Real-time insights, that's key. It's not just about seeing where you've spent money, but understanding what's working right now and making changes accordingly.
Exactly. Like for this one home improvement product campaign, they were able to shift their budget to the ads that were actually performing best. And that move boosted their ROI by a whopping 40%.
It's about being agile, right? Responding to what the data is telling you, not just sticking to a rigid plan.
Yeah.
Velocity Profits seems to empower that kind of adaptability.
Totally. And the reviewer had another win with the travel service campaign. They were able to increase bookings by 25% while actually keeping acquisition costs down.
Wow, so they're not just spending more to get more, they're actually becoming more efficient with their budget.
Precisely. It's not just about throwing money at the problem, but being strategic and targeted with every dollar you spend.
Okay, so they've tackled content, explored new ad platforms, nailed the scaling game, and even got their budget under control. Anything else this Velocity Profits Wonder tool can do?
Oh, there's one more piece of the puzzle, and it's something that a lot of marketers, even experienced ones, really struggle with.
Let me guess. It's the dreaded T word. Tracking. Or maybe the A word. Analytics. Or both.
Both. The reviewers said trying to keep up with tracking and analytics before Velocity Profits felt like trying to, and I quote, solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded.
Oh, I feel that in my soul. Data is great, but only if you can make sense of it right.
100%. And they said Velocity Profits made everything crystal clear with this comprehensive dashboard that gave them real-time insights into all the key metrics, no more fumbling in the dark.
So it's about turning data into something actionable, something you can actually use to improve your campaigns.
Exactly. And they gave some specific examples, like they were running a fitness app campaign and they used Velocity Profits real-time tracking to make adjustments that led to a big boost in user engagement.
It's about being responsive, right? Seeing what's happening and being able to tweak things on the fly. No more waiting for those monthly reports that are already ancient history by the time you see them.
For real. And for an online course they were promoting, they used Velocity Profits detailed analytics to really fine-tune their targeting and messaging. That led to a 30% increase in enrollments.
So it's not just about having data, it's about having the right data and knowing how to use it. Velocity Profits seems to be hitting the mark on both fronts.
Definitely. And what strikes me is that this reviewer, they were already pretty savvy with affiliate marketing. They weren't a complete beginner, but even they were blown away by the impact Velocity Profits had on their business.
Like they leveled up, right?
Yeah.
Went from competent to, well, maybe kind of a marketing superhero.
Totally. And the way they put it was Velocity Profits is like having the ultimate affiliate marketing sidekick. Someone to guide you, support you, and help you achieve those, well, kind of superhuman results.
That's a powerful image. So after hearing all of this, are you ready to suit up and join the ranks of affiliate marketing superheroes?
Hold on. Before we all rush out to sign up for Velocity Profits, let's take a step back. Remember, this is just one review, albeit a very detailed and enthusiastic one.
Good point. We always got to look at the bigger picture. What works for one person might not work for everyone.
Exactly. So, in the final part of our deep dive, we'll unpack everything we've learned from this Velocity Profits review. We'll analyze the potential downsides, the things to watch out for, and ultimately help you decide if this program is the right fit for your affiliate marketing journey. Okay, so we've really dug into this Velocity Profits review, heard about some pretty impressive results, but it makes you wonder, does this, I don't know, does this signal a bigger shift in the affiliate marketing world?
That's the question, isn't it? Like, are we at a tipping point? I mean, based on what we've discussed, it seems like relying solely on intuition, that's just not cutting it anymore.
Right, like just winging it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those days are over. Data-driven decisions, AI-powered tools, it's not just a nice to have anymore, it's kind of make or break.
Exactly. You need that edge, that extra layer of insight to really compete. And, well, Velocity Profits seems to be hitting the nail on the head there,
Mhm.
giving you the tools, the data, the guidance, all in one package.
It's like instead of the Wild West of affiliate marketing, it's becoming more, I don't know, more civilized,
Right.
more strategic.
I like that. Like data is the new sheriff in town,
Yeah.
laying down the law, making
Yeah.
sure everyone's playing by the rules.
Love it. And the rules are know your numbers, use the tech, don't be afraid to experiment.
And constantly adapt because, let's face it, this landscape is changing faster than ever. Algorithms shift, platforms rise and fall, audience behavior, it's always evolving.
It's true. And I mean, if you're clinging to those outdated methods, well, good luck keeping up.
Yeah, you might get left in the dust. It's survival of the fittest, right? But fittest in this case means being data savvy, knowing how to use these tools to your advantage.
100%. It's not enough to just have the data. You got to know what to do with it. And that's where, at least according to this review, Velocity Profit seems to really shine. Taking all that complex data and turning it into, well, something you can actually use.
Exactly. It's like having a data translator by your side, helping you understand what those numbers actually mean for your business, how to turn them into action.
And I think that's pretty empowering, right? Especially for those who might feel overwhelmed by the whole data thing. It's like it levels the playing field.
Definitely. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, everyone gets access to these sophisticated strategies.
So before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a question.
Ooh, I love a good brain teaser. Hit me.
If you had to pick just one strategy, just one thing from everything we've talked about with Velocity Profits, what would you implement in your own campaigns right now? And more importantly, why?
That's a great question. It really forces you to think about your own unique needs and challenges. What's that one thing that's holding you back? What could have the biggest impact?
Exactly. So until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep taking action. And hey, maybe Velocity Profits will be your secret weapon in conquering the digital world.